ready for, that was a rehearsal. Let's go.
Okay. What is your full name?
My full name is Mary Joan Winkle Shockley.
Why did your parents select this name for you?
The Mary Joan, I know that we were a Catholic family, and they named all of the children after saints, and I think they picked Mary for me. And Joan was for Joan of Arc.
Ah. Did you ever have a nickname growing up?
Yeah, yes. My nickname was Mooey.
How'd you get that nickname?
I think it was because my oldest sister Carol, I think that's how she gave me that nickname, and it kind of stuck.
Ah. When and where were you born?
I was born on August 10th, 1949, in Columbus, Ohio, at St. Anne's Hospital.
All right. Where is our family originally from in the United States?
Okay. My father was born in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and his family were from Wisconsin. And my mother was born in Beckley, West Virginia. And the way they met is my dad's father, he was an accountant, and he got a job in Columbus, Ohio for the Athletic Association as the comptroller, and they moved to Columbus. Grandpa Winkle also owned an interest in some coal mines in West Virginia, or just one coal mine. And they needed some help in the office, and he had sent my father, who was an accountant, down to work in the office as, to help with the bookkeeping. And so my dad was in Beckley, West Virginia, and ended up meeting my mom through some friends, and they ended up getting married and moving back to Columbus, Ohio, and that's how I ended up in Columbus.
What is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory, and this comes to mind, is I think I was about 3 or 4. I decided that I was angry with my mom, and I decided to pack a little suitcase and run away. So I packed this little suitcase, and I took it out to the street, and I sat on the curb for a while, and then the story is that Mom said that I decided that I wasn't going to run away, so I came back home.
That's kind of fun. Did you ever experience any racism, or have you ever felt a stereotype in your life?
No. Fortunately, I never have had a negative experience like that.
Okay, that's good. What is your favorite holiday and why?
My favorite holiday is Christmas, and it's because the entire family, I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers, and we have a large family, and everybody gets together for a meal. And my family, my daughter, your mom, you guys come home for the holidays. So that's my favorite, because I have my family up together.
Does your family have any special traditions for holidays?
Yeah, the tradition was, it started with Grandma Winkle. My grandma always had everyone over to her house on Christmas Eve. So my mom and dad would take all of the kids over to her house on Christmas Eve, and that tradition continues through our family. So it's that.
What world events have had the most impact on you while you were growing up?
The first thing that comes to mind is the fact that I was in school, and I was sitting in the social studies class, and there was an announcement over the PA system that President John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and that that's the first thing that came to mind when you asked that question.
Describe a typical family dinner.
A typical family dinner in the Winkle house was all of us were gathered around the table and talked about our day, and it was Mom would serve something that she prepared from scratch. It was just all homemade cooking, and since we had a big family, if you didn't come to the dinner table on time, you didn't get much to eat.
Oh, what what were your favorite foods that Mammy cooked growing up?
Okay, yeah, Mammy was my mom's nickname. It was one of the grandkids gave her that nickname, and she was my favorite thing was her vegetable soup because it was prepared from scratch. Everything that was that was my favorite. But also her chicken and noodles and Marzetti and her meatloaf. It was all good. She was a great cook.
How were holidays celebrated in your family?
Holidays, any holiday, family gatherings, and it always revolves around a meal and just getting together, having laughs, and good times.
Did your family have any special traditions?
Yeah, the Christmas Eve that I mentioned.
Christmas Eve.
We'd all, and now that is extended down through my siblings and their families, and we all gather on Christmas Eve, and those that can arrange it will go to an early Mass on Christmas Eve. So it's nice to have the family all at Mass together to start off our holiday.
Why did you choose your children's names?
Why did I choose my children's names?
Yes.
Names? Well, actually, I didn't choose my children's names. Their father did. For Gina, I wanted to call Gina Amy, but he won out because he wanted Gina. And for Mark, I think I did get the name Mark. Mark was my choice for my son, and it's because it was a saint's name, and it's I think that the meaning of it is that he's a very strong person. I'm not sure about that, but that's how their names came about.
Yeah. What was your proudest moment as a parent?
As a parent, my proudest moment. There have been so many. It's hard to pick one thing. I guess my proudest thing about my kids is to see them now as parents themselves, and to see what a great role model they are for their kids.
Aww. What did your family enjoy doing together?
My family?
Yeah.
In my family growing up, it was my dad would gather us all together and take us to the movies. That was fun. In my personal with me and my children and you, the grandchildren, my favorite thing to do is all of us go on vacation together. That's fun for me.
What has been your favorite place to visit or travel as an adult?
Well, I guess the beach would be my favorite place to go because it's fun. Like I said, we usually have a group that goes, and it's just we used to do family beach trips. We used to do family beach trips as well.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah.
What accomplishments were you the most proud of for yourself?
For myself?
Yes.
I guess the accomplishments for me as being a mom is to see the way my two children have grown up and turned into wonderful people as adults.
What is your earliest memory of me?
Of you?
Yes.
Well, there've been so many. I guess the thing that it's the closeness I feel to you from when you were a little baby, and that's translated into you as a young adult. I think that you and I have a special bond, and we're very close.
Mhm. I agree.
I think it's an ongoing thing with you and me.
I agree. What is your favorite thing that we have done together?
Favorite thing, just for you and me?
Yes.
The favorite thing is having you spend the night when you were younger, and we used to play games, card games, and we still play games, but the thing that comes to mind is the minute to win it.
I knew it. I knew
The
it.
minute to win it games that we would all do when you would come over, you and Allie.
Mhm.
That'd be it. I
Yeah.
tell that I mention that to people when I talk about my grandkids.
I remember that. That was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Of all the things you've learned from your parents, which do you feel was the most valuable?
The most valuable. Well, from my parents, seeing them together as loving, caring parents, both as a couple. I guess the thing that I've learned the most is love is so important, and also the laughter, because they were so much fun to be around.
Mhm.
We were, Teresa and I, my sister Teresa and I were talking about how we used to. This would be a day that we would go to visit my mom and dad, because every Sunday we'd go to visit, because it was just fun.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fun. What do you know about your family surname, which is your last name?
Our family what?
Last name.
Oh, the surname. Oh, about Winkle?
Yes.
Okay. What I know, I don't know the origin of the name itself, but I do know that I had an Aunt Margaret, who traced our ancestry back to Germany, and I think that she thinks they were winemakers back in the old country.
Mhm.
And I don't know anything about the origin of the name. I think at one time I did look it up, but I forget what it was.
Yeah.
But that's what I know about. I know that they were originally from Germany, and my grandma Winkle, her last name, her main name was Gulig, and she was also very German. So that's what I know about that. And on my mom's side, her maiden name was Jones, and they were Welsh.
Mm.
So they came from Wales. And I guess her family years ago ended up in West Virginia area.
Huh. Are there any physical characteristics that run in our family?
Physical characteristics. We're very short. We're short people.
Right.
That's about all I can think of, other than the legs, the Winkle legs.
The Winkle legs.
Yeah, German stout, German stock.
Yeah. Are there any special photos, Bibles, or other memorabilia that has been passed down in our family?
Not a Bible, but my aunt Margaret,
Mm-hmm.
she kept a journal, and she kept a journal. I think it was like a 3 or 4 year journal, and she would write every day something in that journal. And I do have her journal, and that's fun to get out and look at.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, no, just a lot of pictures and memories that I have, but nothing physical other than that journal that I can think of. Can you think of anything? No, that's about it. Teresa's here with me.
Yeah. What stories have come down to you about your parents, grandparents, or more distant ancestors?
About our parents, what?
Just about your parents.
Okay. Well, stories about our parents. this is how they met. They met when my dad was working in West Virginia, and when he was oh, that's right. He would write love letters to her.
Aww.
And I when he would travel back and forth to Columbus to visit, to be with his parents, and then when he was away from our mom, he would write love letters. And Teresa, my sister, actually has those letters. We never knew for a long time, and then we found those letters. So there's another thing. There's another little bit of memorabilia that we have. So we didn't realize how romantic our dad was.
Oh,
And
that's sweet.
just the everyday, their life together was just, what do I want to say? Was just an inspiration to us because of the love and the laughter.
Mhm. What is one piece of advice that you would give me?
Give to you?
Yes.
Okay. The one piece of advice: be true to yourself. Be yourself. Try to be good to other people, and basically just try to be loving and a caring person.
Mhm.
Yeah, try to find the good in everything and
Yeah.
everybody.
What is
And
one
always laugh.
and always laugh?
And always laugh.
What is one thing that you want most people to remember about you, Mary Jones Winkle?
About
Exactly.
me. Well, I hope to say that you remember me as someone that they could trust and, tell anything, if anybody would tell me anything in confidence, that I would keep that secret for them, and that I was a loving, caring person.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Hold on. I'm going to wrap it up.
Thanks, Grandma. I really appreciate
that it?
That's it.
That's it, Mommy.
Yay! Those were good questions. How'd I do?
I give you 110 out of 100.
Now, those are just the ones you had to ask. Were there any other questions that kind of came to mind that you wanted to ask her? While you guys are on the subject, if there's other stuff that you're curious about, this is a good time.
There was one that I passed. Are there any stories about famous or infamous or infamous relatives in our family?
Oh, famous stories?
Yes.
We don't have anybody famous in our family, do we?
Well, your grandpa Winkle, my dad, he won didn't he win the tennis championship? Oh, that's right, in high school. In high school, he was a tennis champ for state. He was a state tennis champion.
Mm.
Is that in
When he was in
was
high
that in
school.
Wisconsin?
We had a little plaque that says that.
Well, that's cool.
Well, and you know what? You didn't talk about Paco with the bowling alley. Did he? He owned his bowling alleys. He had his.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was a great bowler. He bowled a 300 game. He was on TV bowling for dollars.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And didn't Uncle Phil do a perfect game too, or did he not?
Yes.
And Grandma's brother Phil also bowled a 300 and rolled a perfect game. So that's all straight.
Bowling was a big part
The
of their
highest
life.
you can do.
Wow. Wait, who bowled that?
Grandpa Winkle and Uncle Phil.
Wow.
Yeah, because Grandpa had the bowling alley.
Grandpa and his brothers owned bowling alleys here in Columbus.
Wow. What's your favorite toy?
What was my favorite toy? Well, there's a picture of me as a little girl, and I had a little toy bear that they said that I loved, but I don't remember that. Actually, I don't think I had a favorite toy.
Tell me the story of your pet
A
chicken.
doll maybe.
So I heard you had a pet chicken.
I did have a pet chicken.
Tell me about that.
Well, years ago, at Walgreens downtown, at Easter time, they used to have little chicks that they would dye pink and blue, and my friend Wilma and I would go down on the bus to downtown Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
That was back in the day. I think I was maybe in 7th or 8th grade, but it was a different time, so that wasn't something that would be scary to do as a child. So anyway, I bought a chick and I brought it home, and it grew to be a chicken. And it was we rooster. No, it was a chicken. It was a chicken. It was just a chicken. So we kept it in the garage, and it got into a bag of rags that my mom had, and there was a blouse in that bag, and it somehow got the blouse, the thread from a button wrapped around its tongue, and I had myself and some of the kids in the neighborhood took the chicken up to the vet, and we had him see if my chicken to cut that string off. So years later, I ran into that same vet, and I asked him if he remembered the little girl that brought the chicken. He said, "Oh yeah, it was the only chicken he ever took care of."
Well, and didn't you say that everybody in the waiting room had like regular pets, and you were sitting there with a chicken on your lap with a shirt hanging out of his mouth?
Yeah, we all had we all sat there with our chicken. All the neighbors did.
Where did you keep the chicken?
In the garage.
Oh.
And then after that, the chicken went to the farm, so to speak. I don't know exactly what happened to the chicken.
Are there any other things you want to ask her?
The guy from the bowling alley built a big pen for it. Yeah. It was perfect. Carl. Yeah. That's right. We did have a little pen in the. There was a pen in the garage for the chicken.
Cool. So he's looking through to see if there are any other questions, Mom.
Okay.
See anything else you want to ask her? I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to. If you've asked them.
If you could have any other profession, what would you have chosen? Like your dream job?
Gosh, what would that be? Well, I guess maybe a nurse.
Nurse.
Because I worked in the medical field.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I always thought that would be a rewarding job. A rewarding profession.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's all the questions we got.
Thank you. Well, good luck on your presentation.
Thanks, Mama. Thanks, Teresa.
Thanks, Grandma. Thanks, y'all.